This meeting is being live streamed.
Got it.
This week on the Media Virus Podcast, don't go to Spain. Man tests positive for corona, monkeypox, and HIV after trip. From slob and knob to slob and kebab, we have a couple of great video clips to share. If you have an elderly neighbor that just returned home with a painting, Lewis Police need your help. Drop a dime on Grandpa at 1-646-VIRUS-01. All this, more news, and some other shit on this 95th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. It's the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us. With executive producer Mike Latoris. We'll do an intro, we'll do an outro, and then do our wrap. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
And the Scorpion Goddess.
I'm the Scorpio with secretive. I just don't say a lot of shit.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdev.
I had no, but I was, I kind of wanted to, and whoa.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week? Well, I am Matty Rockdeff. This is the Media Virus Podcast. Welcome. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you guys, very, very excited about, it's not September yet, but it's a couple of short hours. It will be September. I'm pointing at a clock that I can see, as if in case you're wondering what I'm pointing at. The September's coming, which means October's coming, which means Halloween's coming, and that's I have had, and this is how I knew that fall was going to be upon us. Is I walked into a Wawa, and there was a gaggle of white chicks hovered around the coffee station. And with that gaggle of white chicks around the coffee station, I knew that pumpkin spice coffee had, in fact, arrived and had come. And I was wandering around the Food Lion the other day, and I was very, very excited because, I'm always excited when a new flavor that hits the market that's got zero sugar. Okay, so this Mountain Dew, I was for a 2022 Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Voodoo, and I can hold that up, and it's Voodoo Zero Sugar, and it's got little jack-o'-lanterns and such on it. And the wonderful thing about it is it tastes. Here, let me tell you. Ooh, listen to it. Here, it's ASMR. And it tastes like somebody pissed in Fresca. Okay. The executive producer of the program, Mike Latoris, the Reverend and Professor Mike Latoris. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing okay. I just realized that I forgot to start the audio recording until you started your monologue, so I'm going to have to clip the opening off of the video.
Very, very excited.
Bad about that.
Very, very exciting. And Big Daddy has joined us during the monologue, and he's still muted at the moment. So we'll figure that out.
But I'm unmuted now.
Oh, he's not muted. No mo.
What had happened was I tried to call in, but the passcode didn't accept. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to go into what the passcode is, but
yeah,
I haven't changed anything. And
I don't know. I've done that. Yeah. I've used it before.
Yeah, it's strange.
I don't know. So I didn't want to keep messing with it, so I just went this route.
Well, there you go. We're gonna get a little bit of slap back from that. And the Scorpion Goddess, Juliet Everett, is joining us again. nobody's happy about being in stuck in little TVs. And I guess what I can do here, I just wanted to kind of start the show and kind of introduce Pete, but Pete looks like he's actually on TV for some reason. He's the only one that actually looks like he's on TV.
I kind of have a Max Headroom quality to me.
You really do, and that's kind of like I like the way it looks. It doesn't.
What was that, Matt?
I don't know if you can do the glitching with it. All right, that doesn't translate in audio capacity at all. So now that everybody's been said hello to, some people that some guy you might not want to say hello to would be this dude.
Yeah. As it turns out, a man from Italy has tested positive after returning from Spain for monkeypox, COVID, and HIV, all at the same time, effectively giving him the trisexual trifecta.
Because he'll try anything, right?
Apparently, yeah. I mean, he's got the homopox. He's got the he's got the gay cancer, and he's got the China virus. Is that really that upsetting to you, man?
No, I scratch my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, my eyes itch.
Researchers in Italy have reported the first known case of someone testing positive for monkeypox, COVID-19, and HIV at the same time.
I would say that sounds to me like a crossroads. Actually, you could probably hear crossroads. And like three guys walk into a guy with monkeypox, a guy with COVID, a guy with AIDS walk into a gay club, walk out together.
They see a dude from Italy.
I hear this guy's a triple threat.
There you go.
Hey.
All you need to do is get a couple of glasses of wine into her.
That homo hat every time.
I'm on my first one.
Your first one, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yo, the moon is in Scorpio today, and I'm feeling very Scorpio.
Very, very Scorpio. Mm-hmm. So we shouldn't fuck with you too much. No. Okay.
The like intense feelings are really running real fucking deep. Where I wanted to light a lot of shit on fire today, but I was like, keep it internal. Self-sabotage at its fucking best, baby, over here. I've adapted a very zen. Like, it doesn't matter. Just, good for you.
With with my employment, it's just do what I got to do. Just work as hard as you can while you're here, and then as soon as you can, walk the fuck out. But I would imagine that he probably showed up with one of those things already.
Well,
I think the one was the AIDS or HIV. It said HIV and AIDS.
All three infections
I'm going to go with
new.
the HIV he picked up first.
All three infections were new and followed a short trip to Spain. The patient, a 36-year-old Italian man, developed fever, sore throat, fatigue, headache, and inflammation in the groin about 9 days after returning from a 5-day trip to Spain, during which he had sex with men without a condom.
Well, then.
The man tested positive for coronavirus 3 days after the symptoms appeared, according to the case report.
Not for nothing, but not only was he having sex with men without a condom, but so were they.
As it turns out, yes.
Everyone else probably got it too.
Oh, they're probably all looking to hunt this mother down.
Yeah, we'll find out in 6 months about the HIV too.
Well, that was my thing. Doesn't like AIDS take like HIV take a while to show up?
They have a cure for HIV now.
Well, I mean, they can get it to undetectable levels, from what I understand.
They'll throw some broad spectrum bullshit at him and knock that shit out.
So
yeah, there's certain levels to it. Like you can spread it, some you don't spread. But I think it takes up to 6 months. Like that's the max of.
I think it's kind of fucked that they shamed him for not they go ahead and just point out that he wasn't wearing a condom, but nobody says anything about him not wearing a mask. That son of a bitch could have not gotten COVID if he'd have just worn a fucking mask.
And gloves. Because monkeypox is when you touch people. Should have worn fucking gloves, condom, and mask.
You have to realize somewhere tonight, as we read this story, there's a guy going, really dodged a bullet. I only got the AIDS.
If you hit it from the back, you're further away.
So within 3 days of symptoms, he tested positive for COVID-19, which he had also had in January, right after being vaccinated. Within hours of testing positive for coronavirus, a rash appeared on his left arm, and the blisters spread across his body during the next few days, which prompted him to go to the emergency room at the hospital in Catania, a city on Sicily's east coast. A series of tests taken at the hospital came back positive for monkeypox, COVID-19, and HIV. The HIV test showed a high viral load of 234,000 copies per milliliter, and his preserved CD4 count, along with a negative test less than a year ago, indicates that he was recently infected.
Damn.
The patient was
the CB4 was an incredible movie.
This dude's having a hell of a Mercury retrograde time, huh?
Yeah.
It would seem. The patient was released from the hospital after nearly a week and recovered from COVID-19 and monkeypox, although a small scar remained. This case highlights how monkeypox and COVID-19 symptoms may overlap and corroborates how, in case of co-infection, anamnesic collection and sexual habits are crucial to perform the correct diagnosis. The researchers from the University of Catania said in their case report.
What if, oh, wait a minute. No, wait. This is what happens when COVID meets monkeypox, it's automatically AIDS. You heard it here first on the Media Virus Network podcast. COVID, monkeypox, bang, AIDS. That's what happens.
I'm so glad we have Maddie to teach us these things, because what would we do without the knowledge of his teachings?
See? See?
Well,
all I had to do was put everybody in little fucking TVs, and now they all agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions of Maddie Rockdeff are not necessarily the opinions of the Media Virus Podcast Network. And for medical information, you should probably consult a real doctor.
Maddie Rockdeff is not a doctor.
The doctors are just trying to prescribe you opioids. That's all the doctors want to do. You know what doctors want to do? They want to put you on Xanax, and they want to put you on the opioids. They want to keep you under mind control. That's what they want to do. And they don't want to tell you that COVID plus monkeypox equals AIDS. But I'm here to tell you the truth. You want to hear the truth? Call 866-646-virus01. Fucked up my own show's phone number.
Damn.
It's working.
Since we're talking about getting sexually transmitted diseases, we might as well talk about slobbing the knob and slobbing on meat in general.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and, Mike, why don't you go ahead and take control, take host, so you can share, or can you share screen? Can you share your screen?
I can share, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that does to everything else, but I can share.
I don't care.
Let's see. We're going to share that.
And this is honestly, these two videos are God's honest proof that not all heroes wear capes.
That's true.
Okay.
Because as you can see, an unnamed dude eats a shish kebab in New York City as animal rights activists rant incoherently in his face.
You're disgusting. Who do you think you are? You're just a coward. You're a fucking coward. You're a slime ass of shit.
This guy is no coward. This guy's got balls. Look at him. He's just eating your fucking shish kebab. My fucking hero. This guy is my hero. Look at him. He doesn't give a shit. That looks delicious. This is blood on your hands. Man, look at him. Look at that kebab.
So, yeah,
Well,
I
we
mean,
go from
that dude is awesome. You know, he went right for it and never stopped. All he did was chew and lick that kebab. And that's what happened in Oakland also over the weekend at an A's game in the stadium.
That made me hungry.
Pete, what are you eating?
Chicken tender.
I could have swore somebody was opened a bag of chips and was eating it.
That video made me hungry.
The video made me hungry.
Well, let's see what this one does for you, because there's some
What
meat
I-
that's getting licked and slobbed on in this one as well.
What I love about that other video is the fact that they had no actual argument as to what he was doing that was so wrong, besides you little
He was
dick
just being
guy.
a dick.
Right, but I'm saying like the only thing that they could actually say was little dick, little dick, little dick. Like that's the only argument they actually had.
Is that what they were saying?
He was just eating
Fair.
kebabs.
It was just yeah. I mean, they were just like they had. There's no argument. I mean, listen, people eat meat. You can't. It's
Like I was vegan for a year and I was vegetarian for a while too. But my thing is,
all right.
like,
We'll see you later.
No, shut up, Maddie. Listen.
Hang on.
My thing is, this was what I decided to do. I don't think anybody should be telling anybody else what the fuck to do. Like, let people do what they want to do.
So you weren't really vegan.
Let me tell you something. Somebody was doing what they wanted to do. Show them, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, in Oakland, you get this.
I'll narrate for the folks at home. So this is a spot from across a stadium, and they're in the upper deck, and it's quite obvious that there is one person that is bent over in front of another, and that person in the front is bobbing up and down.
I can't even see.
Yeah, zoom in, mother.
I thought it was like somebody that was gonna jump down and try and slide down the chairs.
No, because we're going from
It looked like
slob.
like a board he was gonna slide down.
No, because if you ever listened, you would have heard from slobbing kebab to slobbing the knob.
I listen. I just forget, man. You know this.
So, ooh.
There
Okay.
he goes.
The Reverend and Professor Mike Latour's performing fucking miracles.
Oh, it's on Twitter. Twitter, you can
Come
find
on.
anything on Twitter.
Come on, zoom it in so we can see it.
Right.
This is what, a polar bear fan? Is this some like Karen who wants to tell? Hang on. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Press play. Let me see.
Yeah. That's
Definitely a blowjob.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
and everything.
You know, you really have to commend the quality of cell phone cameras anymore. I mean, just technology. Just think about how great technology is that you can film a blowjob from across a ball field, and then some fucking perverted asshole is going to get a podcast, put that on, zoom the fuck in on it, and be able to see your girlfriend's like face. Like if she'd have turned her head, we'd have been able to see
Who she was.
her face.
We need to do a play-by-play of her.
There's only 8 seconds, so.
I mean, listen, she's got weak ass head game. It's not good head game. What's going on over here?
I would like to point out
Yeah, what's going on over there?
that this number
Plenty
over
of time.
here, I believe that isn't that the number. No, that's probably the section. I was going to say, I thought maybe that was the yard marker for that area, but it appears to be the section number, the 334 section.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking a couple hundred yards across a ball field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 334 yards anyway.
And it makes one wonder how old those participants are. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I mean, young people.
There's a whole right. Young people make bad decisions that sometimes older folks don't.
You missed those days?
Yep.
What's that? No, my life is boring. Apparently, that's no.
No head in ball fields.
No.
Hey,
No.
Devontae!
But there is hope, Matt. There's definitely hope for us.
Oh yeah. What's that?
If we can make it to really old, apparently we could pull off a slow motion burglary. The Lewis Police Department is asking the public for help after an elderly man with a cane left the library with a piece of artwork. The Lewis Library was holding an art exhibit when an unidentified elderly man took a painting on August 15th that was on display. The painting had a white ribbon pinned on it. Photographs show the hunched man walking away with his cane and the painting. Anyone with information is asked to call.
There's no. Is there like a?
There is a photograph. So I'm gonna share my screen and show you the photos.
He stole a painting.
Maybe somebody can call in to 646-VIRUS-01 and help us catch this guy. See, this is the painting that he took. Right here, it appears to be a watercolor on display at the Lewis Public Library here in Lewis, Delaware.
I got to tell you, as a close personal friend to the artist who is just known as Rob on Facebook, but started out as Rob Boss and started out was supposed to be a goof where he was just how like Bob Ross had an afro and a beard and was really zen and had happy trees, and he was like, all right, there are no mistakes and like that. Mm-hmm. The whole idea was that my friend shaved his head, that had no beard and was very rigid. He's like, this is how it goes, don't fuck it up. And like he'd be cursing and drunk at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and just like dealing with PTSD. Like that was the whole bit. Oh man, I love hearing slapback. And I think that video, that camera I got is actually recording to video, because I see a little blinking light. Very excited about that.
So
but that's not a very good piece of artwork. I don't know what I don't know. I've never heard of white ribbon. I've heard of a blue ribbon. Okay. That means it's the best. Pabst Blue Ribbon out of a bottle. I've heard of a gold medal. Okay. I've heard of silver and bronze. I don't know what a white ribbon is, because this isn't a very fucking good. Is that a fucking white volcano, or is that the sky? Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
That's the sky.
And what fucking creek is straight? What creek goes just straight into the fucking trees? This is bullshit.
There's irrigation channels.
Who paints a fucking irrigation channel? Listen.
Hey, look, the marshes of the flatlands of Delaware have a certain distinct features to them.
I think this painting is triggering something within Maddie's traumatic experiences from his deep-rooted childhood.
Could be. I mean, I do have a deep-rooted childhood. I know that much.
If you see this painting with this man,
leave him alone. Look how old he is.
Wait a minute.
Holy shit!
Dude, Pete, call your dad.
It's probably his painting, and the person copied it.
Pete, do you know where your dad was on the 15th of August?
That's not my dad.
Oh, okay.
Not even close.
That's not you wearing a gray wig, is it?
No.
What was the date? August 15th?
When was it? If that was like 3 weeks ago, you might have a shot at that.
Dude, I mean, I think, are you telling me in 3 weeks we couldn't figure out who the fuck this guy is and go to his house to see if he made it home yet? And did not for nothing, but did he piss himself?
Like, dude,
in the one.
What's that shadow right on his crotch? I think he pissed himself.
That's his keys.
That's his keys. No, like in the one photo, he's looking almost right at the camera.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he would almost, if he had a free hand, he could have.
He doesn't care.
Right? Yeah. No. If he had a free hand, he would have given that camera the finger. He did not give a shit.
He totally would. Look, I was looking at the camera.
The only reason he didn't look up at that camera is because he cannot. That's the only reason.
Wow.
Oh yeah, like he's got severe like hunchback.
Yeah.
I can speak from like experience. You know.
I'm pretty sure that like if this guy showed up in a crowd, he's not blending in so well. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the painting with him, but somebody's going to say, I saw him in the Cape Gazette carrying a painting. Sir, could you hold this? Yep, definitely him.
Yeah, not
Sir,
like
could you piss yourself real quick?
Guys, like, where's Walter?
Sure. I'd love to.
But yeah, I feel like this guy is not only not all that hard to identify, but if it's been 2 weeks, either I don't know. I can't imagine that he left all that quickly. He doesn't look that fast.
No one tried to stop him, which is pretty sad.
No, so I mean, if your elderly neighbor just made it home with this painting, then give us a call. That was the joke, right?
Yep.
It was 15. It was well over a fortnight ago.
And it is the Lewis Public Library, so chances are there weren't that many people there to see it happen. But
maybe he'll bring it back in a couple of days. He's taking it from the library. Maybe he thought it.
By the time they identify him, he may actually be dead.
That's what.
I mean, he doesn't look like he's got a lot of time left.
No, let him steal what the fuck he wants from the library.
Enjoy that painting for his remaining 3 weeks.
Right.
We'll get it back. Right. We'll get it back at the.
That's his claim to fame. Like, yeah, I took that painting right off the wall. He's telling all his buddies at the old folks' home, like he's a badass.
Either that, or he's trying to get laid at the old folks' home. Margaret, I brought you something.
To get laid at the old
Margaret, look, I brought you something, baby.
Yeah, hey Gertie, want to come over and check out my painting?
I got you a painting.
Nudge, nudge.
It's an expensive one. See, it's got this ribbon on it.
You almost sound like. Did you ever watch Rocco's Modern Life and Heffa's parents, the frogs? Yep. You sound like the mother.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Come here, baby.
You sound just like her.
Well, my camera turned off. Everything turned to shit. So I think this is a perfect time to mention to everybody that we are very proud of our little scorpion goddess. Well, not our little scorpion, our scorpion goddess. Go like and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Please. But
I'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah, but
you can click on it.
We've been having some technical difficulties lately, and we did get a hold of something of Juliet's that we feel is a good idea to share as we say goodbye. In the A block, we're gonna if you guys want more of us, you can. Well, there's some things you can do. You can check us out on Spotify or Apple Podcast or Google Podcast, wherever you digest podcasts from, you can find the Media Virus Podcast. You can go check out some of our older videos. And we are going to release the video after the audio of, whatever, if it's worth releasing, if people ask for it. I don't know. But yeah, again, go check out the Scorpion Goddess. Go visit Pete in Encounters Healthcare. No, Encompass. Encounters sounds like a prostitution ring.
That's some like, dating group or whatever,
Yeah. No, that's probably not the best
handicap folks, whatever, something.
Yeah. I mean,
she's only 18, but you can encounter her on the phone now.
That's terrible.
Hi, baby.
$3.99 a minute.
It's my 18th birthday. I just turned 18. Do you want to see my panties?
I want you to say in that voice.
That's disturbing, Mike.
I want you to say, ooh, baby, blow your load all over my tuchus.
Oh, baby, blow your load all over my tuchus.
Yeah.
Try the line again, but with Keister.
Oh, baby, I want you to blow your load all over my keister.
Which one's funnier, Keister or tuchus? Keister?
Yeah.
Big Daddy?
You sound like you smoke a pack a day over there, Mike.
Well, like 2 packs a day.
Right, yeah.
This is a 2-pack a day voice.
Keister is definitely funnier in that voice.
Keister is funnier in that voice. It's a consensus. Keister is funnier, which is kind of why I. Good. What'd you say, Pete?
I said, Mike, go all the way to like carton a day. Like, that's about where your voice is at.
He smokes hundreds, not the regulars.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Virginia's
she
Virginia's in 120s.
I got to do it.
Of the Newports.
Before we cut A block and go into the break. My parents had a house in the Poconos, and what we would do is if you were friends with the people who lived nearby, and this woman, she was from. I hate that. God damn it, I hate that.
What was that?
You're killing me, Matthew.
I'm sorry. But she smoked Pall Malls. Now, before Pall Malls, they sell filtered cigarettes now, but back then they did not. Pall Mall only sold the long filterless cigarette.
Right.
She smoked 3 packs of Pall Malls a day, and she sounded like a 17-year-old girl. She'd be like, my daughter Doreen, and I can't do the squeakiness in her voice. And it's funny that you said, like, anybody I've ever seen that like got really deep, it's because they smoked those really light cigarettes, because you take really heavy fucking draws of it. When you smoke a real heavy cigarette, you don't take that much of it. You take a little, but when you smoke a light, you're like, you three up your nose. But I forget where I was going with that, but we can end it there. Anybody else got anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Media Virus Podcast. We will be back for the B block shortly, but before we go, we're going to leave you with Juliet's blooper reel. She was trying to put together a lovely video for a Scorpion Goddess thing, and she does a Scorpion Goddess mess on the YouTubes. She was trying to put together the video, and this is what she came up with. It's really awful.
Guys, so this is What's Up with the Planets. I'm gonna fucking start all. Alright, you guys, so. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, everybody, I am Juliet, the blah blah. Hey, guys, I'm Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and this is What's Up with the Planets, where I break down the astrological forecast and the oh my god. Hey everyone, I am Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and I am doing what? Oh my god! Fuck. Yo, this is fucking ridiculous. I can't even do my fucking intro. I'm getting so aggravated.
So pretty, but kind of an airhead, right?
Hey everyone, I am Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and I'm doing What's Up with the Planets. I gotta say that first. This is What's Up with the Planets, where I break down the astrology forecast of the month of September 2022. I am Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess. I am a Western tropical astrologer using the whole What? Oh my god.
Using the whorehouse is what I.
Why is this taking so long? We're in the pre-shadow. Come on. This is a basic ass intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Media Virus Podcast. We love having you here. And if you would like to talk to us, you can give us a call at 1-646-VIRUS-01. That's 1-646-VIRUS-01. And we'll take your call. We'll put you on our air. We'll have a good time. And we'll be back with the B Block right after this.
We don't really have any bumpers of Big Daddy.